Laura, hi.
Hiya.
How long have you been here in Sri Lanka?
This time for 2 weeks nearly,
2 weeks.
yes.
So you're leaving soon or?
On Sunday, but I've been here like 6 times before
okay.
when I was working here.
So like, have you seen any progress? Like as a country, what do you think of the country itself?
Well, obviously I love it here anyway, but because I worked here, actually just doing Good Karma Hospital,
Yeah.
I've always sort of come back to this part of Sri Lanka. I don't tend to really go to Colombo,
Yeah.
just because, yeah, it's like I just want to come back here because I like being by the beach and, you know, I know like loads of people around here and I made loads of friends.
Before we actually go into the subject matter, like, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, well, my name's Laura Bernice Watson. I started doing makeup and hair 26 years ago when I decided to train at the London College of Fashion in the UK, of course. And that's basically how I got into my job. Because
so it has always been your dream to be in this industry?
Yes,
or?
it was. It was. I paid a lot of money, and my parents paid a lot of money for me to go to university. So I respected that was a profession.
Yeah.
And I loved doing makeup and hair and body painting and special effects and all of that. So.
Right.
And I don't know if I can do anything else, to be fair.
Yeah, especially after 26 years in the industry.
Yeah, because I was thinking, maybe, you know, I'm getting too old to be working 15, 16 hours a day, 6 days a week in the snow. Yeah, but then, I don't know, I do love my job because I meet such amazing people. My job is different every day. I get to climb mountains and do weird stuff like that.
So I'll just read out a few films that you've been involved in as in the makeup department. So the one that I love the most is You Were Never Really Here because I enjoyed that film. So you've been involved in The War of the Worlds, Ip Man 4, which is coming out soon, Peaky Blinders, which is actually a really good series, Outlander, there's a few more like Diana and I, Edie, like you said. These have always been in the high budget region, right? So in a third world country like Sri Lanka, how do you think we can develop this industry in a third world country? Do you have any idea?
Because I would even like to do my own workshops over here, but I've no idea how to contact the people, because there are like things that have changed even for me in the 26 years, because we're always like using different techniques, different chemicals, different products to try and like get the best makeup application. Most of, I don't know about now, but most of the makeup artists were guys as well, which for me I didn't realise because in the UK it's mostly girls. But I don't know, I was thinking, why is that? Is it because it's expensive to go to college? I don't know, but I can see that it's sort of slowly changing because I've seen that there are some girl makeup artists. But definitely I would say like you have to have a website. Even my agent, because I have 3 agents.
Right.
There is an agency, a makeup agency in Colombo that wanted to take me on even. So of course there is like your films, they're good. You have to sort of be you have to understand that makeup, to do good makeup, takes time. Hence why I was in like 2 hours before call, before they even started shooting. Or it was actually like 3 hours before. So you have to have like determination and stamina. So but also the makeup artist wants to get paid for that time. That's the thing. So yes, I came in at that time to do the bald cap with the wig, to make the actor look like the actual character, but then obviously you have to get paid for that time. Well, you would in the UK. So I mean things I suppose work differently here, but you have to you have to respect that good makeup takes time.
For someone who doesn't understand, like for example, when you say you're a film director, you kind of have a rough idea of what your career would look like, or you have sort of a plan. For a hair and makeup artist, or let's say a makeup artist, what sort of career is there, or like do you have to take it as it goes?
Well, now because I've been doing it for so long, I'm a designer. So I started off like all those years ago working on Phantom of the Opera. So of course, like that's like worldwide, isn't it? Everybody's heard of that. It's been on Hollywood and everywhere. And I started doing that in the theatre, and I used to do all the bald caps and all the prosthetics because I was the boss when I was 26 years old. I was like the boss of like the makeup. So I started out doing that, and then I moved on to film and commercials because I went to live in Portugal. There I used to do commercials, fashion magazines like Elle, Vogue, because over there it was quite an elite, it wasn't like a common profession. So I was like doing commercials for companies from all over the world, like McDonald's, Suzuki, and all the companies came from all over to Portugal because of the weather, and also it was cheap. So yes, I was doing that. So there's like many things that a makeup artist can do.
So like when it comes to, like you said, you worked on films and corporate commercials and all that, but like what would you say is the most interesting, and what would you say is the most, you can learn more in which, can you even say that?
I would say that you learn more. For example, I just finished doing a TV series for the BBC, and that started in November and finished the day before I came here because it was cold and I thought I wanted to come back to Sri Lanka. That because you're working with different actors, always the same for television and film. You're working for a long time, doing different things every day with different actors, and obviously like continuity as well. You have to think about. So it's you learn things all the time and have to do different things all the time. It's different stuff every day. There's like scars, there's injuries, there's like afro hair, there's 60s hair. It's so diverse, so you have to do everything. Gel nails, body painting, everything.
Do you get the opportunity to work in projects like that early on, or like is it about luck, or how did you come across it?
I've always had like a lot of determination because it is my profession. I don't think I'm never going to give up.
Exactly.
So I sent my CV, I had my website, then I went to Portugal, and then I had all like my films that I did there. Like I did a film with Johnny Depp. This was like years ago. I didn't do his makeup though because I was a 26-year-old. So I think I sort of fell into it by accident, that type of work. But my theatre work that I had before always was really good. It was good experience because I know how to pin hair securely because I work with dancers doing somersaults.
So you would know, right?
Yes. So that's one thing. If I do a hairstyle, even for television, it's never going to come out. It's like a pile of hair grips like that, like a mountain.
So like in terms of talking about film, because we are also filmmakers, and our fan base is predominantly based on films.
Yes.
What would you say maybe your top 5 best films that you've worked on?
Top 5. Number 1 is like really easy, as I had spoken about. It was Ip Man 4 because I got to work with Scott Adkins and Donny Yen, and it was Donny Yen's idea to do the video for my little boy. And because I did like kung fu, I was like, oh my god. And that was only last year that I did that, and I've never asked for an autograph ever. But I was like, oh, I'll say it's for my son, it's fine. Then I had photos with him. And I remember seeing, because they were filming me, there was a camera guy filming me as he was like talking to me, but it was so funny because I was always used to him in his black outfit. I was asked to go on his trailer, and always he has his like long black outfit thing. And I remember I was like looking for my phone, and I just saw this guy with a pair of jeans, and I didn't realise he was just there. And I sort of looked up, and he had his like baseball cap on, and you know when I didn't think, and I said to him, like, I says, oh my god, I didn't realise you without your black outfit on. It was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. But what a nice guy. He was so nice. Oh, a good film that I also designed, and it was when I was talking about climbing a mountain. I did actually climb a mountain with an old lady actress. She was 72, I think. And we went up to the mountains of Scotland, and it was about an old lady that felt that she was trapped in a marriage for...
What's the name of the film?
It's called Edie. So the story basically is about like this old lady. She lives in London. She's looking after her husband in a wheelchair. He dies, and she thinks, because she's trapped in this marriage, blah blah blah, that she wants to go climb a mountain. So it's about like her finding herself. But we did actually climb this mountain. We camped out in a tent with this, like separate tents. And I did a makeup at the bottom of this mountain, and we all had to have a shower in the stream, that type of thing. Right. And then we got a helicopter. I did like a video of me in the helicopter. Because it was so cool.
Yeah, it is.
Then we went up after, and then we were all like at the top. We made it to the top, and the fog was coming, all the clouds. So, and it comes in really quickly, and they had to get the people off the mountain down, but it kept having to take the people, come up, and the clouds were coming closer and closer. And I remember the last people on that mountain, they only just made it down because it was so cloudy, because obviously it could have crashed. So it's like my crazy crazy adventure. But that was really cool. And that was at the cinema. It did really well. He went to the Rain Dance Festival in America.
Do you find doing horror films more enjoyable? Like, do you have a favorite sort of genre? I do. I do like horror films. I like more like The Conjuring and things like that. The other enjoyable one that I did, it wasn't really a film, but I worked on Vincis Demons for 2 years. So I think like most people have seen that. I've got friends that worked on the Game of Thrones and all of that, but I was on the other one at the same time because we were filming at the same time, and it was like competition, So we did like lots of things on that. I was supervisor on that. So that's like obviously a responsible job, not just to makeup artist. Exactly.
So we did like autopsy things. We did like stabbing in the eye with a knife. So they call it a gag, like a blood gag, eye gag, all that type of thing. So there was like the actress had a patch over her eye with like the tube, blah 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 blah. Nice. And then there was a prosthetics guy like hiding around the corner with a big so that was fun. So I did that for 2 years. I worked with David Goyer obviously, who's like the writer of Blade, Batman. Yeah, he was really lovely guy. Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
Yes, I worked on that. So with that one, I did more hair because it was like 1920s with the waves. Yep. So that was good. Saw lots of Hollywood actors on that. I was Joaquin Phoenix's makeup artist.
I was going to ask you that.
Yes, and hair.
I love that film because it's a very different sort of film.
You were never
you were never really here. So
yeah.
like, what did you think about the movie? Like, you have obviously watched the movie, right?
I did actually watch it, of course. I think it was when I was staying in a hotel, and it was, if you see it, it was, we did like loads obviously of like scenes, but there was one particular one, because I was doing his hair. He won like, I think, Best Actor at the Cannes Film.
Did,
yeah. But it was an underwater scene. You remember?
Oh, right. Yeah.
So there was me and my friend Rupert, lovely guy. He's been in the profession for like 40 years.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So there was him and me. I was doing his hair, and he had like, because he'd shaved his beard off. So we had to get like 5-part beard.
Really?
In 5 parts, so it doesn't all fall off. It's easier to move. So we have 5 parts. So there. And we had to use this special glue because he was going to be in the water.
Yeah.
The water's warm, so
It's gonna.
because it's warm, it can it can peel off and float away. So it didn't, luckily enough. But we were thinking, please let it be okay. I hope it's not like his moustache or whatever. Part of the beard is like floated off. Yeah, so. But he was very nice. I was flirting with him because he was a little bit, when actors sit down sometimes and they're like,
nothing else to do.
They're thinking, who are you? You know.
Right.
So he says, he said, I've got to go in a minute. So I said to him, I said, Joaquin, I said, I'm so upset that you don't want to like stay in the chair with me and let me do your makeup. And then after that, he was like, So then he was really nice.
When it comes to doing your research, like, what is your process normally? Like, especially when it comes to a sort of a 1920s film or a 40s film, like, how do you do your research, or do you get the material to your hand?
Yes, we do. For example, this TV series that I've just finished, I normally have to do, if it's a horror film, I've got to find like actual pictures of like real injuries. That's how we were taught in college. Not really nice to look at, but it's like you can't follow somebody else's makeup, so because it's pretend, you have to look at the real thing. As horrible as it is, but that's for like horror films, that's how all the makeup designers do it. But for example, this 1960s TV series, it was from a true it actually happened. It was about some political thing in London in the 60s. It was like a scandal. The makeup and hair had to be exactly like the characters, so we had to research the actual real life people, take photocopies, try and find colour pictures, put them in a file, and this was like 75 people, I think.
Wow.
I think it was like that. But the designer on that was a Spanish lady called Inma. I'd never worked with her before.
Okay.
But it was like amazing. She's a lovely, lovely lady. So we were doing that all together. And so you have to like do your research about each character. And for example, the actor who was playing the character John Profumo, he was like a politician.
Okay.
He had a receding hairline, right? The actor that they got had thick white hair, but he was also filming another job, so we couldn't just shave his hair. So it had to be a bald cap. So I would wake up at like, start the bald cap, special effects at 5 in the morning, with another girl who was the prosthetics designer. And then we would like do all of the bald cap around stick it all down so we don't cut around the ears, and then you dissolve the ears, blah blah blah, and then you stick like prosthetics over the top so you can't see any seam, and then round the neck, because that's actually such a difficult thing to do with like camera now.
You can pick everything, right?
Everything. And especially if you're working 16 hours a day,
it's gonna wear off.
sleeping 5 hours a night, so tired, and you still have to give your best work. That is like the most difficult thing, I would say. But yes, so we researched him, we researched everybody. We have like a book before you start the job. So if I was ever asked to do anything in Sri Lanka, that's what I would do. I would always like research like the historical hair, because I was watching Ravana the other day, and yes, I couldn't understand it, but I was explained, they explained to me what was happening. But I really did like the quality of the work. It was done really well, because I look for like continuity as well. Like if the hair is up and then it's here, but it was perfect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you actually, like, have you seen any more Sri Lankan films, and what you thought of the whole makeup scene here?
What was that film that I saw? Yes,
Patini.
exactly. Yes. It was. I really liked that film because it was about like your history though as well, and it's something that I've never. Maybe it's like a common thing to do films about like history, but for me, I'd never seen it. I didn't know about it, so I thought it was really cool. And the guy was pretty sexy. It was actually because I liked his big moustache. And long hair.
We have a lot of those in historic films here.
Let me watch them all. Yeah, and the two ladies were very beautiful as well.
So if someone is interested in the makeup industry or the film industry itself, what would you say to them, like especially young people who maybe have no idea how to get into the industry, what they want to do?
When I first started, it was a very elite profession, like an airline hostess in the 60s. It was very exclusive. Now there are like lots and lots of colleges.
Right.
Over there in the UK, we have loads of colleges, but now not enough work. Because I was also because I'm a teacher at university, and there are lots of makeup artists and designers of my age that have gone into that. But because I would say for like younger generations, I know in the UK you have to be able to work in all weather.
Long hours.
Long hours. So even when I did commercials in Portugal, I was working 18 hours a day.
Whoa.
But that was like 1 day or 2 days. And obviously you get paid loads of money, right? So that always helps. Yeah. Your makeup kit has to, it's like really, you have to build it up because you have to have everything. Because when you go on a job or you're going to do a film anywhere in the world, they're going to say to you, oh, can you do me a tattoo? So obviously I have like tattoo pens, I have like transfer tattoos. You have to really have everything in your kit for every anything that you're asked to do. So all my electrical equipment, I've got like everything. So you have to like buy lots of stuff for your kit. bit different in Sri Lanka here because, well, you do have to have wet weather gear. Because yeah, of course, I remember like the Sri Lankan crew. Yeah. So you have to have like wet weather gear. So you just have to be an outdoor person.
Right.
And so you also have to change as well, be flexible.
Adapt.
Yeah, I would say so. And because I've worked even with the lovely actress Shabala Amzi, is it? She was in Good Karma Hospital when I did it a couple of years ago, and obviously she's been in the industry for a long time, so she only works with professional people. Yeah, but you also have to work quickly because you normally have like the cameraman or the first assistant or somebody going, how long are you going to be? So you're like,
hurry up.
You're like, okay. You're like, over here, because when we were filming here on Good Karma, 6 o'clock, it was like nighttime. It was like, so you obviously had to work really fast.
So, in conclusion, you've worked for 26 years. You have 26 years of experience. Like, so for the next 5 or 6 years, do you have a plan, or like how does it work for you?
I'm currently starting to do my own like set bags. You know, the clear ones, like professional makeup artist bags, with my friend, like here in Sri Lanka.
Okay.
So we're doing that. That's actually like my plan, as well as doing my work, my film work, and then I'm bringing out my own range of organic beauty products.
Right.
So we're trying to source like oils and things from here.
Oh, okay.
So it's also like a Sri Lankan and English business. So I've already got my logo designed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited about that. I've just got to find like distributors. So yeah, that's me.
All right, so Laura, thank you so much.
That's a pleasure.
It's been a wonderful learning experience for me personally also. I'm sure
Oh.
everyone watching has enjoyed it as well. We have to thank Bedspace also for providing us the location, which is actually very convenient
Nice
for us.
food here.
Yeah, very
It
nice.
is.
Yeah.
Good staff.
Yeah, they've been very helpful. So thank you so much, Bedspace also, and thank you again, Laura.
A pleasure.
For letting us interview you, and hope you have a great flight back home.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.